Hello, a very good afternoon to each and everyone listening to my video. In today's class, we will just see data structure. And welcome to my class. Basically, I'm Dheeraj Motiani, Assistant Professor in Computer Science Department, SIRT Bhopal. So, in this class, basically, we will go through data structure, tree and its type. We have seen the first part of trees, where I explained you about the trees, what are trees, and the basic terms related to tree. So we will just recap those terms in tree, and we will move to other different types of trees. What are the types present in trees? If you are new to this channel, you can like, subscribe, and share this channel with your students, with your friends, and anyone. So let's begin. So trees, we have seen what is trees basically in previous class. So these are the sequential order or non-linear data structure basically, and non-linear data structure which organizes the data in hierarchical structure basically. Okay. So it is a combination of vertex and edges. Okay. And basically it is a non-cyclic graph. Moving to next, then you can see this is a tree basically combination of nodes. The basic node is your A node, then further are your child nodes. Okay. And in previous class, I also explained you about these nodes. Okay. And what are the child nodes and the parent nodes. Then the root node, term one. Okay. So root node is your first node, resembles the root of a tree starting or the origin point. So a particular tree will have only one root node. Here you can see A. Then we talk about edges. The connecting link between two nodes is called edges. So if I connect these two nodes, this becomes the edge. Then parent. So a node which has branch from it to any other node, it is a parent node. Okay. So this is a parent for B and C, and B is a parent for E, and C is a parent for G. Child. Now we have seen all these terms basically in previous class. I'm just giving you the recap. So further we will move to the types. So you can just see the child nodes are your I, J, K, D, F, G, and H basically. So it depends upon who is the child of a parent. Then we are having leaf nodes. We are having the nodes from where you will be not having any external node. Okay, so it will be a terminating node. So D is not having any child, so it will be your terminating node or leaf node. Then you are having levels. So level 0, level 1, level 2, level 3. So in this way we can go and access the levels of tree. Then you are having degree. So each and every node is having a certain degree. So let's suppose A is having degree 2 because it is having 2 childs. B is having degree 3 because it is having 3 childs. Height. The traversal from a node till a particular another node. So you can say total number of edges we travel from a leaf node to a particular node will become your the path. So we call it as a height of that particular node. Okay. So if you talk about here, height of a tree is 3 when you are seeing A. Height of a tree is 0 when you are seeing K. So K, if you traverse from K to A, K, G, C, A. So A will be having the height 3, C will be having height 2, G will be having height 1. Similarly, K will be having height 0. Now moving to depth. So it will start from root node A. A is having depth 0, C is having 1, G 2, K 3. So in this way, we will move the depth from top to bottom. Now you can see the path. So what is the path? The traversal from a particular source till the destination. So source is your A and destination is your J. So this will be a path from A to J. Similarly, you will be having path from A to K, C to K, or B to J. Any node you can take, you will be having the path. Siblings, the nodes which are belonging to the same parent, okay, we call them as siblings. So D, E, F are the siblings, G and H are the siblings, I and J are the siblings, B and C are the siblings. Now what is subtree? Basically this is a complete tree, and if we divide that particular complete tree in two different parts. So first part is your this, second part is your this. Once we start from B and once we start from C. So this will be your subtree inside the category of this complete tree. Similarly, EIJ will be another subtree inside a subtree, which is a subtree of your main primary tree. Okay, basic tree. So we can just split the particular tree in different subtrees. Now coming to the topic, the types of trees in data structure. We are having these many types of the data structure. So general type. So basically our agenda for this meeting is the types of trees. We have seen we have done the revision or recap of previous topics. Now see what is general tree. Basically, it's tree with a hierarchical structure can be described as a general tree. Okay, hierarchical structure means starting from the root, going till the child. This is the hierarchical structure. And in this hierarchical structure, a node can have any number of children. Okay, any number of children. So this 7 is having 3 children, 6 is having 2 children, 9 is having 1 children, 1 child, 9 is having 1 child, 5 is having 1 child. Similarly, 2 is having 1 child. So, sorry, 2 will be having 2 childs because 7 and 5. So in this way, you can traverse the tree and you can see the general tree is having a hierarchical structure, and the degree of a nodes can range from 0 to n. So if you want, you can apply another node here. So you can make the degree of 7 as 4 because it will have 4 childs. So you can have n number of child nodes of a parent. So it will make a degree of a node ranges from 0 to n, and each node will have a degree. It can be ranging from 0 to n. Now binary tree. Coming to binary tree. Binary tree is made up of nodes that can have two children. Okay, so this node is having two children. 7 is having two children. This node is having one children. This is having one child. This is having one child. This is having two childs. So the purpose behind binary tree is that a node can have maximum two children. You keep this point in mind. The node can have maximum two children. Therefore, each node can have either 0, 1 or 2. So each node can have either 0, 1 or 2. Okay, so you can see here 2 is the degree, 2 is the degree, 6 is having degree 2, 5 is having degree 1 because it is having one child, 9 is having one child, degree 1, 4 is not having any child, so degree of 4 will be 0, and degree of 11 will be 0, and degree of 5 will be 0. So we can conclude that a particular binary tree will have 0, 1 or 2 children. Okay, now if you talk about level, how can you calculate the level of a tree? Level of I, the maximum number of nodes is 2 to power I. So means if I'm at a level 1, this is your level 1, this is your level 0. If I'm level 1, so you can see 2 to power 1, okay, 2 to the power 1 will become 2. So that means a particular level will have two nodes. So this is your level 1, where if I keep 2 to power 1, because this level 1, so it will become 2. 2 to power 1 will become 2. So 2 are the number of nodes present in this level, at this level. Okay. Now coming to binary search tree. Binary search tree basically is a class of binary trees only, and these are arranged in a specific order. What will be the order? This order will be defined in a way that value of all the nodes in the left subtree means left subtree. If I talk about this tree, 30 is your root node. This is your left subtree. This is your right subtree. Now you notice that left subtree is having the value less than the root node. Now you can see 30. 15 will be less than 30 because 15 is your left subtree node. It will go on the left side. Similarly, value on the of all the nodes in the right subtree is greater than or equal to or greater than root node. So you can see 30 is less than 60. Okay. So it will go on the right side of the tree. So you can see if we recursively apply this rule, so 15 will be the parent for 7 and 15 will be the parent for 22. Similarly, 7 and 22 will be the child of 15. Similarly, 50 and 60 will be the child of 30, left and right child. So you can recursively follow this rule on each and everything. You can see 7 is less than 15, whereas 22 is greater than 15. So once you go on inserting the node, if I want to now insert 56, let's suppose. So 56 is greater than 30. It will go on the right side. 56 is less than 60. It will go on the left side. Similarly, 56 is greater than 45. It will go on the right side of the 45. So in this way, you can go on inserting the node in the binary search tree. Now coming to AVL tree. AVL tree is defined as a heighted balanced binary tree in which each node is associated with the balance factor. Means if I'm having a particular tree, when I'm traversing it from the root node till the child node, so I have to keep in mind that the height of the left subtree and the right subtree should not exceed a particular limit. Now see what is the factor or the limit or the balancing factor in that regard. So the balancing factor for each node is in between -1 to 1. So the balancing factor should be -1 or 0 or 1. So it can be either -1, 0 or 1. Okay, the balancing factor. But if this balancing factor is greater than 1 or you can say greater than -1, 0 and 1. So in that regard, it will not be a balanced binary tree. So you have to make it a balanced binary tree in that regard. So what is the formula to make it a balanced tree? You have to subtract the height of a right subtree from that of a left subtree. So you can see the formula. The balancing factor is equal to height of the left subtree minus height of the right subtree. Now we can see this particular thing in the example. The balance factor of any node is 1. It means the left subtree is one level higher than the right subtree. Okay. Now you can see 1. So now we can take a simpler example. So here you can see this one. Balance factor of any node is 0. That means left subtree and right subtree contains equal height. How? You can see on the left side of 75, you are having 65. On the right side, you are having 85. The height, or you can say the degree is 0, degree is 0 of terminal node or leaf node. 75 will be having left minus right, height of a subtree, left minus right height. So it will become 1 minus 1, 0. So the parent is also having the height of 0. That means it is a balance factor. So this is a balance subtree. If you go on doing this for each and every node, you can find that if I want to find out 50, 50 is having one child on the left side and 1 means one level on the left side. Similarly, 50 is having height 2 on the right side. You can see 1 height and 2 height. So basically, if I'm traveling from 85, 75 at first level, this is your second level. So what I will do, left minus right. So left is minus, left is your 1, left is your 1, right is your 2, 1, 2. So that means 1 minus 2 becomes -1. So the balancing factor of 50 will become -1. So it is a balanced binary tree in that regard also. Means that is a AVL tree. It is your balanced binary search tree. Okay. Now if you see here also, similarly, you are having degree 3 on the left side. 1, 2, 3. Basically, I am talking about the height. Okay, height of a tree on the left side and the height on the right side. So height on the left side is 1, 2, 3. On the right side is 1, 2. Okay, left minus right, 3 minus 2 becomes 1. So it forms your balanced binary search tree or ABL tree. Now coming to heap tree. What is heap tree? Heap tree is a specialized form of your binary tree data structure. Now, a binary tree with specialized characters such as nodes are arranged based on their values. Okay, so once I'm arranging those nodes according to the value, so that means I will be getting two types of heap trees. So one will be your max heap tree, second will be your minimum heap tree. So there are two rules to follow when you are ordering the particular heap tree. Nodes must be arranged in an order according to the values based on the max or min heap. Okay, nodes must be arranged in order according to the values based on max heap or min heap. Okay, max heap basically means that the parent will have the highest value from either of the childs, left or right, in max heap tree. Whereas in min heap tree, you will be having the size or the weight of the parent node less than either of the childs, left or right. And we have to follow this structure. All levels in the heap must be full, okay, except last level. So all the nodes which are present in the heap tree must be full till the before the last level, or you can say last -1 level. Now see the example of max heap tree. Every parent node contains greater or equal value than its child node. Now you can see the parent 44 is greater than either of the child. 44 is greater than 42. 35 is greater than 44. Basically, we are not following that uh, the concept which we are following here is only that parent will be greater than either of the childs. So you can notice 42 greater than 33, 31 greater than 42. And once we are following this, we have to keep in mind that we will start from left to right. We will move from left to right, or you can say from parent left then right. So you have to insert the parent, which we have already done. Then you have to move to left. Then you have to again move to the left, and you have to check if I'm able to insert the nodes properly or not. 33 is greater than 10 and 26. 31 is greater than 14. 35 is greater than 19 and 27. So parent is greater. Opposite of that max heap tree, we are having min heap tree. So your parent node will be always less than either of the childs. So 10 is less than 14, 10 is less than 19, 14 is less than 26, 14 is less than 31, 19 is less than 42, 19 is less than 27, and 44 is less than 26, 35 is less than 26. Now you are having multi-way tree. So multi-way tree is a tree that can have more than 2 children. So you can see we are following the key order pair in the multi-way tree. So what is key basically? Key is the number of root node, the number of data which is stored on the root node. Let's suppose I want to prepare a 2,3 or 2-3 tree. So what do you mean by 2-3? 2-3 means that 2 will be the key. So you can see here 2 is the key. Means 2 is the key means there are two data, 10 and 44 are the two datas here. So you cannot exceed that particular thing. So we are following 2-3 multi-way tree. So 2 is your key, 3 is your order. Now you see order means the number of nodes before the 10, between the 10 and 44, and after 44 forms your order. So all the nodes which are less than 10 will go on the first order, this one. Now all the nodes which are between 10 and 44 will be in the middle, or you can just second order. Then all the nodes which are greater than 44, it will go on the right side, or you can say the third order. So you are having 3 order and 2 keys. So you have to follow key order pair value, or key order multi-way tree, you can say. Now you go on inserting the nodes in this way only. Here also the same thing will apply. 2 key and 3 order, 2 key and 3 order. You can see 2 key and 3 order we are following everywhere. So this is the basic concept of your multi-way tree, and it will be moving from your left to right only. So basically we are having the constant to move from left to right. Okay. Then moving to your B tree. B tree is your self-balanced search tree, which is having multiple keys in every node, more than 2 children for every node. Now the basic difference between you can say multi-way tree and B tree is that in multi-way tree, I'm traversing from top to bottom while I'm inserting the node. You can see if I have inserted 10 and 44, then I have inserted 3 and 7. Similarly, I have inserted 22 according to the data I have been provided with. Whereas in your B tree, you will be having certain kind of order, but what is the difference between M-way tree and B tree is that once you will start filling this particular tree, which is also following a balanced search tree, means key order value pair. Here also I am following the multiple keys in every node and more than 2 children in every node. Or you can say simply key order pair. I am following the key order pair, same we are following in multi-way. But the difference is that you have to give an approach that you are following the bottom to top approach. Okay, bottom to top approach means once your keys are over, let's suppose I am having a tree of um, 4, 5. Okay, now I have exceeded the 4 keys. You can say I have exceeded the 4 keys. Now you can see I will just explain you the thing here is that if I'm having this particular node, okay, if I'm having this node and I'm having some data here. Now if I want to insert some another key here, let's suppose I want to insert 11 here. Okay, so once I will be inserting the 11, if it is following a particular 4, 5 approach, it will split this particular tree. How it will split? If I inserted 11 here, the 11 will come here basically. Now if it will not follow the 4 key and 5 order rule. Why? Because there should be 4 keys only. So I'm having this 1 key, second key, third key, and fourth key. While I was inserting 11th key, so it exceeded the limit. So what will happen? This particular tree will split. Where it will split? It will split in between the node. How it will split? This 7 will move to your top. Okay, this 7 will move to your top. So this is your bottom and top approach. Basically I am splitting the tree on the basis of key and value pair. So this will become your the B tree. 1 and 5 7, and your 10 and 11 will go here. Okay, so in this way we can do the splitting of the tree from bottom to top. So number of keys in each node and the number of childs for a node is dependent on the order of the B tree. So what will be the order? That number of keys will be there. Now what is B tree? B plus tree. It is a extension of your B tree basically, and it follows the insertion, deletion, and searching operation. simultaneously, or you can say if you have inserted, if you want to search something, you can do the operation on that particular b plus tree. So it is an index sequential organization. So you are indexing the sequence, or you are indexing the hierarchy. Let's suppose this is your hierarchy. You are indexing. You want to index here 128. That after 128, different amount of, or your different type of data should be inserted. Or I want to search something according to the index, because it is very tedious to search billions of records. Okay, it is very tedious to search billions of record. Okay, so we are having B tree, B plus tree. All the leaf nodes are connected to form a linked list of key values in a sequential order. Okay, we are having a connected, or we are having a leaf nodes are connected to form a linked list. So if I connect all these leaf nodes together, these all leaf nodes together, that means it will form the connected B plus tree. Okay, so go on connecting all these leaf nodes from this, then this, then this, then this. So from this 79105, then I will connect 100, then 100 to your, I will go on with your below this 177, then 128, then similarly 155, and so on. Okay, we will go on inserting the nodes in a sequential order, or you can say after connecting, after getting this linked kind of B tree, or you can say linked list, we can convert that particular thing, or we will get a sequential order of that particular tree, the sequence ascending order basically. Now there are two parts, index part and sequence part. Index part means you want to search something according to the index at a particular location. Sequence means you have to traverse a particular set from the leaf nodes. Now you are having this kind of tree, B plus tree, to share or store large amount of data which you cannot store in main memory basically. So you require B plus tree. Why you require B plus tree? Because main memory is having a limited size. So it will consume, or it will give the space to minimum number of nodes. Whereas if you see this B tree's requirement is that B plus tree are stored in the main memory. B plus tree are stored in main memory, whereas the leaf nodes are stored in the secondary memory. So all the leaf nodes which are there, they are getting stored in the secondary memory. Secondary memory basically means your memory where these will be stored, and you can point to them whenever you want from the B plus. Now, if I talk about the further another type of B tree is your B star tree. Why B star tree? Basically, it is a kind of a tree in which you have to insert the nodes so that that particular node should be full. You cannot leave that particular node empty. That node should be full, and once that node is full, you have the permission, or you can split that it into two nodes, or the middle node becomes your parent node in that case. Okay, so instead of splitting the node in the B star tree, the data are redistributed among the siblings of the same node. Okay, now instead of splitting a node and to make it to follow the bottom top approach, or this kind of approach, so in that regard, instead of doing that, what you can do, you can redistribute the siblings. Okay, you can redistribute the sibling so that you get a complete full this full the nodes which will be full in complete regard. You can see here, if I want to insert 3, or you can say if I want to insert 3 somewhere, so I will check if 3 is less than 5. Yeah, it is less than 5, and 3 will come here. But remember that once the 3 will come here, so you cannot extend the limit. So because the limit is 3 only here, the capacity of this node is 3 only. So 3 will come here, automatically the 4 will shift at top. Similarly, if 4 is shifting top, 5 will shift right, and similarly 6 will shift towards its right side. because 6 is greater than 4 and 5 basically. So in this way, we can redistribute the things. Only the splitting occurs when that particular node is full or the sibling is full, when all the siblings are full in that particular level. So in this regard, the delay is occurring. A delay is happening when you are creating a new node, because you have to complete the previous node once you are moving to the next node. So in that regard, you have to give more time to complete that particular node. So it is consuming more time, so it is delaying the process to create a new node. Now this is your red black tree. This is your last tree of the category of type of trees, whereas in this tree it is a kind of binary search tree only, where every node is either red or black for your convenience. Why? Because we are having few properties to understand a particular tree according to the color wise. So if you are inserting a particular node below a parent node, so all the nodes in that particular level will become of that particular color. Let's suppose root node is of black color. Similarly, your child nodes are of red color. So opposite, if we go about, 8 is your red color, 1 and 11 are your black color. Okay, so it changes alternatively, red and black, and it is following BST. BST means binary search tree, means 8 is less than 13. Okay, left side, 13 is greater than 17, parent node greater than right node. Now you can see these are the rules. First property, must follow binary search tree, which I told you. The root node must be black, which I've told you. Children of red colored node must be colored black. So you can see red colored nodes, 8 is having two children, 1 and 11 are black color. All the paths of the tree, there must be same number of black colored nodes. You can see in every path from 13 till 11, I am having two black. From 13 till 1, I am having two black. From 13 to 15, I am having two black. From 13 to 25, I am having two path, means two nodes covering, or you can say levels are two. So each and every node we are covering through two levels basically. So this is the same path of a tree. There must be same number of black colored nodes. Every node must be inserted with red color. Every new node will be inserted with red color, and every leaf must be colored black. Now you can see here each and every child node are with black color. Because there are no child nodes, so we have kept it as null, but this will be your child node and they will be your black nodes. Now thank you class, thank you everybody for listening this particular class patiently. Hope you might have understood and you might have liked this video based on tree data structure. So like, share and subscribe this channel. You will get more interesting videos on the technical topics related to computer science. Thank you for today's class. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you very much.